Hello everyone. Let me know when you get here. It's Rhonda. Just making sure everything is set up correctly. It's time for a lunch break live. We've been coming every week still at lunch break time, but not live. So today is going to be fun. We'll get to, let me see here. We're going to pull you up really quick just to make sure that I can see all of you guys too. And let me know that you're here. I've got 5 different hello. Oh gosh, it's so rainy here too. All right, good to see you guys. Okay, so today's going to be a nice and fun, quick and simple lunch break with Rhonda. We're going to be focusing on just a few things. Number 1 is the Right Words stamp set. We're going to be using the Gallery Blooms dies, which are really awesome. I kind of showed you a little bit of it before. And then we're going to be using the beautiful Gallery Designer Series paper. So, hello. Last week we had a pre-recorded video. I've had a couple pre-recorded videos because I've been doing a lot of traveling lately. And so this spring has been crazy, I think, for all of us. So let's start off with, we're going to be making 5 cards today. I could probably be making 15. And they're so cute. Well, actually, they're beautiful. They're more beautiful, fun, simple, and easy. But I'm going to show you 5 of them, how to put together very quickly. These are brand new products that just came out May 6th. So the beautiful gallery paper is stunning. It's beautiful. But I also what I love about it is it's so easy to make these beautiful cards with very little work. One side is always pretty patterned, and then the other side, like this one looks like spackle, but then look, this side is just so beautiful. I told you this was going to be a gallery worthy. This one, like one side will be a beautiful scene, and the other side will be perfect for a background. So I love how they have designed this paper, and like this one, it coordinates so well with that side too. I've been using it a lot. A reel will be coming out later today, and those are just quick, fun videos. Look at this one. This needs to be put into a frame, right? These these have to be framed. That's how I feel about them. And so guess what? Look, it needs to be framed. So we are going to frame these. Let's see. Oh, this one is beautiful. I love those flowers. Obviously, these are great for scrapbooking, but also we're going to be making some gorgeous cards with them. I went through most of them. Oh, this one. Oh, this might be my favorite one. The Secret Sea and Cloud Cover and Lost Lagoon. This piece is so pretty. All right, so let's go ahead. Yeah, this one might be my second favorite. I love that one. Okay, so that's the paper that we're going to be using. This is also the paper that I featured for Card Club this month. So here are our Card Club cards. If you did not sign up, yesterday was the deadline, but I wasn't able to do an email on it because I've been gone and traveling, and but they're actually all cut, and we'll be shipping them out in the next few days. But so I might do an email and give you 1-day extension because this is so beautiful. It will include a half a pack of the paper, the new beige ribbon, and the new flower motifs. This is actually this was a little over budget with all that product, but it just goes so pretty together. You get a half a pack of the paper, but look how gorgeous that these cards are. With Card Club, you get to make 2 of each of them. This one, again, I told you, it's going to be worthy for a frame. And then look, I told you, this is my favorite piece, right? So anyway, that's a little bit of sneak peek of Card Club. And we featured the Right Words stamp set right there. Okay, so let's jump into today. Again, we're going to make 5 cards. We're going to be going through this pretty quickly. We've got a pretty busy day here in the studio. I'm back, and we're shipping out our spring retreat, which was supposed to be shipped out before I left for Orlando, but because I was in France for longer than I anticipated, we lost some days of work. So anyway, what I'm going to show you is this beautiful gallery, just this whole kind of suite, the whole concept. So I took these cards. We're going to do 5 quick ones, but again, you can keep making more and more and more and more with this kind of concept. So I took a full sheet of cardstock and I cut it in half at 4 1/4 by 11. For half of it's going to be our card base. So this is going to be our card base. And then the other half I ran through with this die. So this die is in the Gallery Blooms. This whole set of dies is worth it just for this. But you also get, you know, there's flowers and sprigs and leaves and more stems. And then there's images that will cut out flowers from the Gallery Blooms bundle. So this one is a lot of dies. Ones that cut out the flowers, but then you get this too. So the other piece, I cut this out, and you still have another quarter sheet that you can do something else with as well. So by the way, this is going to be my May virtual card class. And also our in-person card class. So if you are anywhere in the Michigan area, our studio is in Lynchburg, Michigan. We'll be offering these cards, and they're free with a purchase that day, or it's $25 to come. You'll be making these cards there. So May 31st, it's the last Saturday in May. You can come to the studio and make these in person. Bring a friend, come have fun. The studio is open for 3 hours and you can sit down and make these cards. Erica runs those, so she will be here smiling, fun. It's a great time. So you also can just drop in and pick up kits as well. We have kits and adhesive and all that stuff. But for those of you who are watching today, you also can get these cards for free. You have to spend a minimum of $60 in my online store. You don't need a host code. You don't need anything. You need to click the link in this description that says shop with me here. So it has to be placed, this order has to be placed in my online store. You have to purchase at least $60 in product. And the cool part is if you do that, you will also earn $6 for free that you'll get to have in your little Stampin' Up bank account. And then I'm going to send you the product for these 5 cards. You'll actually have a little leftover supplies for more cards if you want to. All right, so there's just a little bit about today. So today is also free for any of you that want to place an online order. You have to place the order. We are shipping these out the end of next week. So your order has to be placed by May 29th. So you have 1 week. You have 1 week from today. So today is the 21st. You have through May 28th to place that online order, and you'll get all these cards sent to you for free. All right. So we're just gonna fold this in half. All right. So what I did was I took the frames. When you run these through, you actually get 3 different pieces. So take your you get a really large frame. So that's why I said these are like gallery worthy. So you get this frame, and it actually has like the little, you can see there that you almost can see the edging of the frame. And then you get this little frame too. So I'm going to show you, let me show you how to use both of them. Okay, so that's what you get when you run that through. So that's in that Gallery Blooms. And I think that we might have shared the item code. All right, so then I'm going to just pick my favorite paper, my favorite papers. This is one of them. And I cut this down to 3 1/2 by a little like 4 1/8 or 4 1/4. And then you just go ahead and take your frame. Okay, guys, we're making 5 cards today, but I know that sounds like a lot, but it's really, these are super simple. I'm going to make sure I got the right, there you go. I'm going to take my green glue and just kind of go around this edge here. I know, look at me playing nice with green glue today. And then this one is just going to get centered here. The purpose of today is really just to show you some quick and simple, beautiful cards with some of this new product. And then this is going to get layered right on top of there. See, it looks like it belongs in a museum, doesn't it? It's just gorgeous. All right, so our next step is just going to be to do a little bit of decorating. I had got these pieces out kind of ahead of time. I am using, these are the things that a lot of my my card club people, I wanted to give you some multiple ways and multiple reasons to use all of this gorgeous product. So I'm just going to take some of that, this is that basic beige ribbon. I'm going to actually tie it up here at the top. There's like a little empty space up here. You can tie it wherever you want to. All right, it's really good to see you guys. Last week we were on a Stampin' Up! Incentive trip. You know, there's about 1% of the company earns it. There's 365 of us that earned it. And Stampin' Up! Has a little over 45,000 nationwide or worldwide. So that's pretty cool. My daughter earned it with me for the first time this year. You guys, most of you have all met Erica. She runs a lot of the classes here in the studio and also helps me with a lot of the events that I do as well. All right, so we are going to just tie the bow up there. It's actually linen. It's a linen beige, so it's really light and it's pretty easy to tie as well. So we're just going to go ahead and just decorate this card up, this frame, and make it a little bit smaller. Kind of work it just a little bit. There we go. All right, so hey, and did you all know while you're watching, I see a lot of my team members on here, the Rubber Queens. Stampin' Up! Is offering, like, now's the time to join our team. Stampin' Up! Is offering the starter kit with, it's $55 more for free. Or it's even maybe more than that, $66. You get to pick out $165 in product of whatever you want. So you can choose all this stuff. You can choose whatever on your wish list. You get that for only $99. So you get, like, plus it's free shipping. So the value is like you save money doing it that way too. All right, so this is going to get now just glued down on here. I'm going to do it this way. Have the flowers kind of going down there. The flowers up at the top is what I want. And I did color on color. And then I took a circle. This is a little 1 3/8 inch circle, Mossy Meadow stamp pad. Oops. And I'm using the Right Words, or it's called Right Words. Oh, the Right Words. I use this also for card clubs. So card club members, I used it in a bunch of things. I used it in, I believe, I don't know, a lot of it. I love it. Love it a lot. Okay, we're just going to stamp the You're So Kind with Mossy Meadow. And take some dimensionals, which I already, there we go, and put them down to our card. So these are some quick and simple, beautiful, beautiful cards. All right. I should teach it bow making. You know what? I really just think it takes just time. It takes practice, 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 practice. All right, the last thing that I also included a whole pack for in Card Club as well are the flower motifs. They are actually pretty flat, and they're very versatile, that you could use them with just about any sort of project. I think it goes gorgeous with these because it's like we're going today. You guys know I love my cutesy projects. I really do. Put this down here. Okay, and then the last but not least, we're just gonna put this on the inside. Now with all this beautiful paper, you'll have lots of like strips kind of left over. Let's see, where did I stick that stack of paper? Here you go. Because when I cut that, then I'm left with like this strip left over, which I don't even know what I've done with it. So I'll just cut. I don't like the back of that one though. It's like a road map. Like I don't want a road map. So I could actually probably do the other piece of the front. So like when you cut off that 3.5, which I did, I don't know where it is. It's somewhere. So I'm just gonna, but since I can't find it, I'll just cut like a little. You're left with another strip. So I'm just going to take that other strip and then put that on the inside of the card. And now I have another piece for another card. All right. Here we go. Okay, so that will go here. And this is 4 3/4 by 3.5. So that just gives a little bit of decoration to the inside. Okay, so there's card number 1. All right. We're just gonna keep moving to show you how frame worthy these cards are. Next one, again, half a sheet of Lost Lagoon. I ran through a Lost Lagoon frame. Look at this piece. This is good for a masculine card. I mean, also for women as well. So again, so when I cut this off, I'm gonna use 1/2 for inside the card and then a little piece for the outside of the card. Okay, so actually, this one I'm not. Okay, scratch that. I'm gonna make another card next where we're gonna use this piece. So when you cut this off, you're gonna have a 2.5 inch piece. So save that. Take this, save it, put it aside. It's not for the inside. And then we're same thing. Let's create our frame here. Just put some glue going around. This is Lost Lagoon. I think I have your guys' questions up here. Let's see. A little bit. It's an open ink pad. Oh gosh, I know. And you know what? I don't even need it open, so let's shut it. I'm gonna move, let's put this here. I like doing it this way. So this is how I can play nice with green glue, is because I don't really need to touch it too much. Just like that. So remember, this was 3.5 by like 4 and like a little over, like about 4.25. Look at that. Isn't that so pretty? All right, let's fold this in half. These are 4.25 by 11. I'm having fun with this right now. Okay, so this one is gonna go right on there. Let's see, some of these, so like on this first one, I just did like a little circle. On some of these, I did different, the textured notes. I love the textured notes. And not all of these are going to have ribbon on them either, just a little bit. Because some of these I think are really good for the men in your life, like a dad, a grandpa, a neighbor, you know, people, I mean, there's a lot of men that need uplifting as well. And I feel like these are good for like everybody. Thank you, Lynn. These are beautiful. And do you know what? Not difficult. And I think this is a kind of like, it feels like I'm walking through an art museum. That's what it kind of feels like to me. All right, so I'm going to use Secret C. This is like one of our new in colors. Here it is again as well. This is one of our card club cards. But Secret C is it looks blue, looks green, looks black. Like it's a little secret. It's a little bit of everything. So on this one, again, I could do a happy birthday. Thinking of you. I want to do the thanks so much for thinking of me. That one, I think that kind of goes well on here. You can, the right words gives you a lot of versatility. So you can, let's see, all right, thanks so much for thinking of me. This is going to go, I'm going to put this up here. And I actually am going to add some ribbon to this. Yeah, just know me. But I'm going to show it to you a little bit different. All right, so that's going to go here. So what I did was I took that ribbon and I cut it in half. So I've got just this really thin, light piece. Very thin, very light. We're going to tie that. Artsy. I do. This makes me feel very artsy. Actually, all that we do, I do, and I'm not. Like, people will say, oh, you're so creative. And I'm like, yeah, I'm really not. I moved into my house in Byron Center. It's a condo, not really a house. But I have not done one piece of decorating, and I just don't. It's just not natural for me. I'm leaving this open because I need it again, but I'm going to put it off to the side. We'll see if I'm safe doing that. So look, I just tied this cute little bow with just a half of the piece of that linen, beige linen. Card Club members, you guys, I hope you're so excited. This is going to be such a beautiful grouping. And then you will have all the supplies minus the cardstock to make all of these because I'm using all the same stuff. So I just want to put that right there. And okay, like I'm almost done, right? So cool. I did, like when I cut this off, let's go on the inside of here. I'm gonna take another piece. There's this really pretty, let's see here. This one is really pretty for the inside. Let's do that, because I'm gonna use this on another card. You cut off a 4-inch piece, so we'll have a little 2-inch strip left over. So let's do that. We're gonna have a 2-inch strip of this from our next card. So this card and the next card, you're gonna use like the 2 pieces of paper for both cards. So I'll show it to you. I'll put it all together as soon as we get the other card done. So this is card number 2. Hi, Kevin. Thanks for joining me. All right, so there's that. This is vanilla, by the way. So the vanilla really goes pretty with that, with the gallery, the beautiful gallery. I'm not even using any of the, oh boy, that's a dirty stamp. That almost got me in trouble, I'll tell you that. Put my little dirty stamps over there. Okay, so now the inside is so pretty too. And then we will end with, you know it. Whoa, look at that one, just flipped right up there. We're gonna decorate with some of these flower motifs. Guys, this is so beautiful. You would send this to somebody and they're gonna be like, wow, you are so, how is she so cool? Like, they're gonna think you're so talented. And really, like, look, it is so simple. There you go. Thanks for thinking of me. I do not like that one there. It's like, I don't want it covering that up. I'm gonna put it up here in the sky. There you go. So there's 1. Okay, so there's 1 and 2. Again, gallery worthy. Now let's go on to 3. So when you, again, when you run through the frames, you get the big and then you get this size too. So let me show you how to work that one as well. So when you, on this card, when you cut off the 3.5, you're left with this 2.5-inch piece, right? This was what I cut off of there. Look at how perfect now that I can take this frame, the smaller frame. So I run it through 1 time. I guess it doesn't matter. There you go. Oops. Doesn't. I think you're gonna hide that. Okay. Now look. See? Isn't that so awesome? Thank you, Louise. They are such pretty cards. I've had a lot. I've gotten suckered in. Like, I wasn't planning on showing this to you guys today, but I was finishing up my card club cards, and then I made another whole set of cards with them. I should go get them for you. For my spring retreat, there's an optional class I did, and again, like, they just make these, like, to me, these most beautiful cards with very little. Oh, look how pretty that would be. All right, just like that. That'd be so pretty. And just put a little greeting and sprinkle on some dots, and you are good to go. But look, we're hiding this piece. How sad is that? But they don't coordinate. So, but I want this Lost Lagoon. This is supposed to go. All right, so then we're gonna take some of that linen beige thread. We gotta fold this in half as well. Okay, so don't forget, if you're just joining me, this is also my May card class, which means that you could get this sent to you for free. I do my card classes, have for 23 years, where when you place an order, you get them for free. You get to come. So you can come live here in the studio on May 31st. I actually may be here. I think I'm going to be in Langsburg that weekend. But Erica will definitely be here, and you're going to make all of these cards. So we're making 5 of them. Or if you place an online order today through next Wednesday, so you have a week, I'll send you these for free. Now, just the card pieces, we'll send you a tutorial, we'll send you the paper. You will provide your own dots. I'll probably even put the ribbon in there too. So I'll put some ribbon as well. All right. So that's how you get my classes. You just place your online order. So I let Stampin' Up pay me versus you is what I do. So like that. Okay. And then, so I put that ribbon there. Let's put the dots on here. If you have any questions about that, just let me know. And you can order anything you want for the $60. You don't have to order what I'm doing today. Now you may want to, because you're going to want more of everything that I used, but we'll even run the frames through for you. When you come to Card Club, we prep everything. So we try to make it as easy as possible for you. All right, look at that one. See how frame worthy that is? All right, I also had, so this is card number 3. I thought I had another little label here somewhere. I did, don't know what happened to it. So instead, I'll just take a piece of vanilla and let's go to this one. Let's see. I really like this Thinking of You. This is actually would probably be a good happy birthday. Oh, I'm doing happy birthday on the next one. So let's not do that. I don't know. It's such a tough decision. Well, maybe this Forever Loved, Forever Remembered. I did that on this one. It's a really good sympathy card, which look, it's the same paper. So I love that saying as well. Ugh, okay. Let's just make a decision here, Rhonda. I'm gonna use a Secret C again. I like the Secret C to stamp with. It's actually, like, it's not black, but it almost looks black, but it's a little softer. So I like that a lot. Okay, I'm just gonna trim this out. You know what I wanna do? Guys, I'm sorry. I changed my mind. And there's a piece in here that is really, really, really like this spackled piece in the same color scheme. I want that piece. This one, that's what I want to stamp on. Same words, but I think that's just going to be really pretty. So you can, a lot of these you can stamp on. There's this like pretty gray. There is a lot of these like spackle, like spackle pieces. So I want to do that instead of the vanilla. That's actually why I didn't have a label for this one. See, I remember things now. It's a little crooked, so let's try again over here. Perfect. Now we're gonna cut that piece out. Okay. Oh, there you go. I know. Okay, so Shelly, you picked the I Miss You already. I'm doing that on the last card. So I already have that one. I do have that one in mind already. Okay, so this one, I'm actually gonna just tear off the one little edge at the end. There you go. And yes, oh, love it. So pretty. Perfect, perfect. And then last but not least, we're just gonna add on some of the flower motifs. Let's do two of the smaller ones just right there. So they almost look like little nail brads. All right, so this is what I'm talking about. So the second card that we did, these are all the same supplies. So, you know, I ran through the frame once and got this frame and that frame. I used one piece of paper and got this piece and that piece. And then I used the other piece of paper and I got this piece and that piece, right? So, oh, and by the way, this is half a sheet of basic beige and it's a half sheet Lost Lagoon. So here we go. Look how pretty these are. Gallery frame worthy. I told you. Okay, so let's go on. We have 2 more to go. You guys all hanging in there? These are some quick and simple cards. This is my favorite kind. All right, so next one. Oh, this is definitely worth a frame. This piece here. I love this piece so much. And this one is like, I wanted to save it. I sold you on this paper. I'm so glad, Lana. But look at it with Secret C. Like I told you, that Secret C is so pretty. This frame, what color frame? Oh, I'm using a vanilla frame. So we're gonna frame it with vanilla. So first step always is we're gonna cut down our paper, the 3.5. I'm gonna trim just a little bit off of this because try to get kind of as much of the flowers as I can. Okay, and then we're going to do 3.5. And you can actually like play with your frame too. So like, do I want more of the vase? You know, so you can go and see, do I want more of the vase or do I want more of the flowers? Eek, that's a tough one because I'm using a secret C background. So I kind of might want more of the vase, but this actually coordinates well. Nope. I'm going with more of the flower. So we'll cut that down to 4.25. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. My brain is like, no, it's not. That's 4. It's 4 and just over 4.5. Okay. It's the small one that is 4.25. This one is just over 4.5 by 3.5. All right, so we're going to make sure you got the right side. Okay, but before I glue this one down, this is the one where I want to stamp the words right on here. And I have 2 chances. You got two sides to get it right. So I'm taking that I Miss You Already. It's a nice thin one. Again with our secret C. And I'm going to stamp that right down here. Okay, so my frame, hey, I was pretty proud of myself on that one. So our frame, let me do some cleaning. Secret C is it's a bold color, so I don't want to have these, I got these dirty stamps all over here. If you guys don't have the chamois is the best thing to clean your stamps with. And it does. I've had this for years and years and years, and you just use water, and then you just get it wet. I keep it in one of our clear stamp cases, and then every few days I just wet it up again. Okay, so let's put some of these back. Keep us a little clean as we go so I don't make too many mistakes. We all know. So by the way, here are all, I still have all these leftover frames that I could use with different ones. So that's why I love this, because it gives you lots of variety. Now, let me flip that over. Add my glue. Now this one I do have to make sure is the right direction. Okay. Right, put that down. Here we go. This is always so fun. Oh, look at how beautiful that is. Isn't that so pretty? All right, so if you're just joining us, again, thank you for being here. All right, we definitely need a vanilla inside piece for this. By the way, my inside pieces, I do, let's see here. You guys put the vase down there if you want to, but my inside pieces, I do 4 3/4 by 3.5. And the reason why I do that is because I can get 5 out of a sheet. So now I can get 5 out of the sheet of paper. And then you also still have your nice border going around. I also like it because then I don't, the space to write something is not as big. Now, sometimes you might want to write a lot. And if you want to write a lot, then you can do a bigger piece inside. But sometimes I just want, to not write so much either. Okay, so we're going to take that other piece, put here on that. This is the inside. By the way, all of these, isn't that pretty how that base just pops out right there? All of these, like that I Miss You Already, will have something for the inside. So, whoops, that was my glasses. Okay, so that I Miss You Already also has, let's see, where did I stick that? Here we go. The saying, I really don't like that you're leaving, but I hope you love where you're going. So let's stamp that on the inside so you can see how awesome that is. The right words has something for the outside and something for the inside. That's just so rewarding. So if you have somebody who's moving, somebody who's maybe got a new job, like if you have a coworker, I was thinking about that when your coworker gets a new job and is leaving. When you have a coach, like for us, we've had coaches that you have to move on to bigger and better things, but you want to wish them well. So this has a lot of purposes too. This I miss you already. Okay, let's just stick this baby on. Like this one is sweet, simple. I don't think I'm not gonna add any ribbon to this one, I don't think. You could if you wanted to. I don't think I am. I don't think it needs it. I think it's really pretty just the way that it is. So we'll put our dimensionals back there. All right. I never used to decorate the inside of the cards. It probably just started about 2 years ago. And I still don't decorate them like in, sometimes I do, but sometimes I don't. Sometimes inside the card is the fun part, but I really do like decorating them now. I think it just adds a little bit of it, and it's easy. You're just using scraps that you have that you would have just thrown away probably, So on whenever we do a dark card base, then of course I always like to have a piece of paper on the inside anyway. So why not just do a little stamp on it, throw a little of the extra paper. It's a little touch though that does make definitely a difference. What else I do with my leftover pieces, I'll show you real quick. Whoops, come on, a little bit more. Is I add that layer here to the flap of the envelope as well. Okay, so I'm just going to tie this just because I feel like we can. I had it sitting here. So I'll just add a couple of these. Oh, I mean the flower. We're going to add a couple of those flowers too. That's the beauty of having, like when you join Card Club, I give you all the ribbon. I give you all the dots, all the flowers, all of it. So then you can feel free to use as much as you want to. There you go. I miss you already. I want it just a little bit smaller. Okay, after this I gotta have one more. Again, they're all kind of similar, but so pretty. Okay, this. And I'll take a couple of these, do a little one here, just down here at the bottom. Okay, all right, and then there's the inside. Okay, so we have one more to go. This one is really simple. I think, again, when I saw this, I'm like, okay, this has to be framed. So here is this piece. So what first thing I'm gonna do, again, so this needs to be 3.5 by about 4.5, a little over 4.5. So I'm just gonna take a little bit off of this side, and then I'll go a little bit over 4.5 on the other side. And then, I want this main scene, so 3.5. Again, if I want to, I can use this on the inside. It doesn't really coordinate, but, oh, that is pretty though. I might put that on the inside. Okay, you've got all these pieces you could use on the inside if you want to. This one might not even need an inside, to be honest with you. Okay, so this frame that I did was the black frame. So again, you got a little one, and then you got your larger one. Using basic beige. This is really great for a masculine card. Really great. Okay, you know the drill, right? Like just take your thin layer of your green glue going around. Look at me playing nice with green glue today. I should have waited till I was done. I shouldn't be so boastful quite yet until I'm done. Whoops. See, I knew I went a little high. There you go. It's okay. It's going to get glued down. Well, here we go. Look at this frame. Isn't that just so stunning? All right. Okay, so this is going to get glued down to here. I need to let it dry for a little bit. I ran through in basic beige, another one of that long textured notes. I am going to use black on this one, so I grabbed a black pad. So all I used was Mossy Meadow and then Secret Sea. And then I am going to use black on this one. This is going to be a happy birthday. Again, I think this is a great card, like for my dad, a birthday card. We have neighbors. We have neighbors that are older gentlemen that are my friends. And so I think that this will, I'm gonna practice first. Okay, good deal. Okay, so I always practice. Like, it's always good to practice. Okay, this is the epitome of awesome, sweet, simple. This actually reminds me of my grandpa. My mom was raised in a town called Cannonsville, and this reminds me of the pictures of her town where she grew up. I might add the other little strip of it. Why not? Got it. Okay. All right, so who is now convinced they have to have this sweet? I wasn't. This wasn't like the first thing I got, but I have, like, the more I play with it, the more I love it. So I think I'm gonna put it up there. Happy birthday. Tie a very little bow. Try to, look at me with all my bow tying today. Okay, so as I'm wrapping up, thank you for joining me, number one. I so appreciate you guys. This has been a kind of a crazy few weeks. So I'm glad to finally be home, be back on the swing of things. We're shipping out Spring Retreat today for those who have already ordered it, but we still have more boxes, so I'll be posting a video. We've got my Spring Retreat. I did in honor of, like, you guys being my friends. You guys are my friends. I mean, like, some of my best friends are those of you who join me here, so that's kind of the thought behind it. And so all the gifts were like things that I would buy my friends. So anyway, that's going out today, and then the second batch will go out on Friday. Let's see, I'm going to do, which direction do I want that bow? Maybe like that. There we go. Card number 5. See, I told you, frame worthy. These are all, it's like you're walking through a gallery of art. So now it goes over to you. You have 1 week to place an online order with me. There's the link, if you need, is in the description. You have to make sure you just choose Ronda Way. I mean, you won't have to choose if you use the link. It'll come up with my ordering site. If it's over $60, we will send you the pieces for these cards. The cardstock will run through the frames for you. You will provide your own dots, so buy the motifs if you want to. With over a $60 order, you get $6 for free. You get 10% of all of your, whatever you order. So if you order $100, you get $10 for free. But all of them, or you can come in person on May 31st and make these cards too here in the studio. And that one will be $25, or it's also free with an order as well. So that one doesn't have an inside. There you go. I hope you guys absolutely loved today. Thanks for joining me. I mean, we were here, I talked a lot, and we made 5 cards in probably half an hour. So thanks a lot. You have a great day. Definitely, if you're watching this on YouTube, let me know. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, because everything on Facebook Live now disappears after a month. So all of my replays you can always find on YouTube. All right, see you guys next week. Bye-bye. And don't forget, I'll have a reel coming out later today that will be using this same paper as well in a really cool card. Bye-bye.